Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we are doing a message that is meant to reach you right now. And to do this reading, these are the 4 piles for you here today. Let me introduce your crystals. So for pile number 1, you have the Amazonite. For pile number 2, you have the red Jasper. For pile number 3, you have the white Howlite. And for pile number 4, you have the Lapis Lazuli. And this is what your crystal looks like. So, take a look at which one of these 4 piles or 4 crystals you're the most drawn to, and that will probably be the pile for you here today. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, maybe even all of the piles, trust your intuition. It is your magic that always guides you and leads you to the right readings. So let it lead the way. Whether you're just drawn to one, you know that's the one, then this will be your reading. If you're drawn to several, if you feel like several are pulling you in, then do know that there is a message within them that is meant to reach you right now. Or perhaps you're drawn to all of them today. Then these as well will have your message. Sometimes listening to all of the piles completes a whole picture for you. And as usual, once you're ready, please head down to the description box where you'll find your timestamps. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You were drawn to the beautiful Amazonite as well as this deck here. And today we're taking a look at a message that is meant to reach you right now. And to do this reading, we are going to be picking a card from each of these decks, unless we're shown otherwise like now. So, looks like you've got 3 here. So this is an oracle deck. The next one is a rune deck. And then the last one, looks like we've got 2 here as well, is a Lenormand deck. So let's see with this combination what it is that is meant to reach you right now. Okay, so let's get straight into it. We'll put this card here as your significator. So you have the 3rd moon mansion with Palace. It's of course ruled by Jupiter and Venus between Aries and Taurus. Looks wonderful. Okay. You have crystal ball. It's interesting because when I saw Aries now, what popped into my head straight away, especially with the circle, is that the full moon that's coming up, if you're watching this now, is the harvest moon in Aries. Very interesting full moon. It's a time where you finally harvest everything that you've worked on. And it does look to me like you're really being blessed here. So I'm just gonna wait and see what this shows us. But these are my ideas right off the bat. Wow, you have flamingo. And you have owl. Okay, right. Now let's take a look at your runes. So you have the Kenaz, interesting, okay. Oh my, okay. And you have the Urus. All right. I think we can do that. Right, last but not least, before we take a look at your tarot cards, let's see your Lenormand cards. You have paths. We can keep it here actually, so we have space on up top for tarot. And you have mountain. Okay, actually I think I need to push them a little bit down there. Just a little bit. Right, so let's now take a look at your tarot cards. So what is meant to reach you right now? I really feel like taking an initial look at your cards right there. I feel it's a time of great blessing for you. For sure, pile number one. Let's see what it is, especially that you were drawn to the Amazonite. That too is a crystal of clearing the negative energy, creating a clear space, clean space. So, and it does say here crystal ball. I know it's talking about the crystal ball, but it's also drawing me to the crystal itself. So it does look like it's a time where energy is clearing, you're harvesting all your good karma, and especially the things that you've worked hard to do. And yeah, it's a time full of so many things that I just want to wait and take a look at your cards first. So you have the Knight of Cups. You have the Sun card. Wow. The Ten of Wands. Like I told you, it's the end of hardships for you, my dear pile number one. It's like energy is now clearing for you. You have the Queen of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune. Wonderful. You have the Six of Swords, exactly. The Ace of Swords. And look at that, end, beginning, for sure. You have the Ten of Cups, look at that, wow. And finally, you have the Judgment card, again, rising from the ashes. Just like a phoenix. So your cards, the one thing that I see clearly here is that your cards are talking about you being at the fork of your road. Things are about to change in your life in such a great way. You're ending all the difficulties, energies are truly clearing out at this point of your life, and you're starting this new beautiful chapter where you're going to start first and foremost reaping all the benefit of the things that you've worked hard on, especially the good karma that you've created in your life. Now let's look closely at your cards. If you look at the Mountain, which talks about obstacles, great obstacles here in Lenormand, we do see when we're reading cards always, especially in Lenormand, you have to see the associating cards. And here we see that this hard journey or this great obstacle in your life on your path is now ending because you're at a fork, like we mentioned. And I do see that your path is taking a steep turn, a very, very different turn than what you were already on. And I'll show you so many things. It's so interesting you're reading here today. The first card that you're getting in this section is the Sun card. So the sun is starting to appear in your life. And I do see in this Knight of Cups that is aligning with the Lenormand card here, it looks like someone gave up, lost hope, and is throwing in the towel. But the Chariot of life hasn't given up on them yet. And it's going to take them into a new direction that they know nothing about. In fact, you have the Kenaz rune here, which talks about illumination. In that case, it is ignition of something new. It's like just when you lost hope and felt like you're throwing in the towel and you're tired of what's going on, things are igniting for you. And in a very powerful way, mind you, with the Uruz rune here. I do see with these figures in the Ten of Wands talking about difficulties and heaviness, especially in energy. With all of the strings, let me pull this card and show it to you. With all of these strings pulling these people, I feel like you were paying some karma. And it's like you had to go through these difficult things. Maybe you were paying for an old karma in your life or from some past lives. You had to go through these. And so that's why you have the price tag here. It's like you've learned a lot of wisdom at a price. And so it seems that in this pile, things were very difficult on you. But look, you do see the mouse here arriving right at the precipice of the Wheel of Fortune. It's kind of a card telling you congratulations, welcome, wake up with the Judgment card. You have now arrived to a new season of your life that is going to be very fortunate. And it's so nice to see that for you, because with the Queen of Wands, I feel like your energy is reviving, you're getting your power back, you're feeling positive about life, and you're going to be really happy with the Ten of Cups. You're going to feel elated. And I do see that although this energy with the Six of Wands is moving slowly into your life, it's nonetheless starting to happen. And in a very powerful way, because the Uruz rune is that power or the raw strength of the universe. Raw strength, along with the Kanaz, it totally reminds me of the Ace of Wands, this raw power, strong power appearing in your life, changing everything. You know how one match can light up a whole forest? So one powerful new beginning that's changing your life completely. And perhaps you are expected to see these changes during the next harvest moon, which is going to be, I believe, on the 29th of September. So look out for that. Major changes are happening around that time of your life. I see something here as well. In this new chapter of your life, if you have a spouse or a partner, it looks like this is a phase of your life where you're going to really be enjoying your life with them. If you've had difficulties with your partner, with your family, it does look like things are coming together and there's a revival within this connection. And it's going to be a very happy connection for you. If you're not in a committed connection, or if you don't resonate with that, then perhaps you are meeting someone who you're going to be very happy with. And if you're not interested in relationships in the first place, this looks like some sort of happy partnership or connection. It could mean you're meeting a soul friend, a soul family, a great partner at work. Although it does feel to me, to be honest, more of on an emotional level. But please, of course, take it how it resonates. There is the energy of a great bond appearing in your reading. So the message that is meant to reach you right now is one of a prediction type of message. It wants to give you a peek into what to expect next, especially that this energy, as I mentioned, will be moving slowly but surely. But do note that you're ending this phase and you're starting a clear one, a clear, beautiful one, which you will see your whole life changing in a very different way. It's changing path in everything. And with all of the 10s here, 10, 10, the Wheel of Fortune is 10, Judgment is 20, 10, 10. I have this strong gut feeling that October is going to be a big month for you, my dear pile number 1. Maybe even the beginning of October or the 6th, something like that. And it is, of course, a timeless reading. So if you're watching this later, October for me now is next month. So expect something by next month. Big changes by next month. It is a very positive time on your life. Perhaps a new phase that is going to be the brightest in your life. I do feel like this is a phase that's going to be long and beautiful for you because you've cleared out so much of your karma, if not all. And it looks to me like now is a time for you to rest and enjoy your life. I get the sense here of like your soul choosing to pay off your karma and to also experience many beautiful things. So it's like you have both elements in your reading where your soul wanted to come and clear off so much heaviness, but also wanted to come and enjoy so many things about life. And these two aspects are present in this lifetime for you. Oh, speaking of October, there is a solar eclipse. So look out for some major changes there. That's why I'm seeing all these 10s. This is going to be major energy. I know the full moon will be in Scorpio. These are major changes happening then. So although things are moving slowly, do note that perhaps something big is happening to you, like one major event is happening to you around that time of the 14th of October, my dear pile number 1. Yeah, major changes are definitely, October is your month, no question about it. So my dear pile number 1, this is the message that is meant to reach you right now. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 1, thank you so much for tuning in. And I'll catch you in the next reading. And congratulations on this new beautiful chapter in your life. That one that is you are meant to enjoy, my dear pile number 1. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You were drawn to the beautiful red Jasper, as well as this deck right here. And today we're taking a look at a message that is meant to reach you right now. And looks like this slid off. And to do this reading, we are going to be picking one card from each of these oracle decks. So we've got an oracle deck, we've got a rune deck, and we've got also a Lenormand. A Lenormand deck. Right, so let's see what this is all about. And we'll put your tarot cards right there. And I believe let's take this one as your significator. So you have the first quarter waxing water moon with choice. Very interesting. All right. And you have swing set. You also have the rune Tiwaz. Really cool. And you have the person. Okay, really cool. Let's now pull out your tarot cards and see Whoa, whoa. What message is meant to reach you right now? I see a couple of cards sticking out, so I'm gonna take them. These are 3. I feel this one as well, and this one. Okay. Let's put it to the side, and if we need them, we can always pull some cards out. So you have the Knight of Wands. Really interesting. You have the Knight of Pentacles. Wow, 2 knights right after each other. What's going on here? Wow, okay. You have the 9 of Swords. And the 9 of Cups. What's going on in this reading? Wow. You have the World card. Apologies, the World card. You have the High Priestess. The 4 of Cups. The 3 of Cups. And finally, you have the Temperance. How many cards do we have left? 1, 2, 3, and 4. We'll keep them to the side. I know we're going to use them when we need them during the reading. They did come out for a reason. So, what is going on here? Oi! Sorry. Let me adjust that. So, it's no coincidence that you have choice and you have Tiwaz, because Tiwaz is doing the morally correct action, or taking the morally correct action by trusting that maybe you're going to get the right thing, or that the right thing is going to happen for you. So it's interesting that you have choice and then Tiwaz. And I do see with the swing set, it does seem to me like you are going back and forth trying to make a choice or trying to make a decision. And the decision here is not easy at all, because there's rain. Although it's a playground, so it looks to me like something is fun within this decision, or something that is very enjoyable within this decision. But doing the right thing perhaps may not be as fun. And so I see that you're trying to make the right choice, or maybe your message is encouraging you to make the right decision. Because here I see 2 energies. The energy of the Knight of Wands is wanting to move forward very quickly and to follow your desires and your heart. But the Knight of Pentacles is steadfast. And it takes slow action, but one that is right every single day and is quite steady and stable. So part of you, and you can even see it here in the dichotomy of the 9 of Swords and the 9 of Cups. One energy is feeling stressed and anxious and afraid, and the 9 of Cups is feeling pleasure, satisfied, happy, and pursuing your dreams or what you want. And we continue to see it in your reading here. You can even see it in Temperance, going back and forth, not knowing, should I do the right thing, or should I follow what I want? Like, maybe your decision is affecting someone, because you have the person here in the Normand. Usually it's either the lady, the gentleman. Here we have the person. So maybe you're going back and forth because your decision is affecting someone, or perhaps this is a decision about someone or with someone. I'm not sure, but you do have the presence of someone here in your reading. I guess only you would know what this exactly is about. But in all cases, with Tiwaz, as you're making a choice in your life, it may not be fun to sometimes make the right decision, but I do feel like the message that you're meant to hear right now is guiding you to do the right thing. So why do you have that? I wish I had more information here, but with the High Priestess, perhaps as a reader, I'm not supposed to get too much into your life. Let me take a closer look at your cards. Four of Cups. Perhaps you're afraid of being disappointed. Or maybe you're afraid that if you do the right thing, you're not going to get what you want. That could be it with the Four of Cups. And you'd rather, with the Three of Cups, perhaps want to celebrate it now. What's going on here? High Priestess. The High Priestess has a veil between this world. She's the gatekeeper between this world and the other world. And I do see the High Priestess is here, letting you know that there's so much in the unknown that you don't know about now, because your eyes cannot see beyond what is right in front of you. And it's exactly like entering a huge party with so many people, but the host has a curtain so that, for example, she or he has a curtain because this is a private person, and so at the door this person wants to see, are you one of the people invited to the party, or are you one of the nosy neighbors, for example, who just wants to take a look at what's going on. For example, I'm just like really imagining this and channeling this as I'm telling you, speaking of the cover, the curtain. So if you are a person who is invited, then the curtain is open, you're like, whoa, look at this party with everyone having fun and this really interesting concoction of people there. This looks like so much fun. I only thought that there was really nothing behind this curtain. But if you are a neighbor and you knock on, let's say, I know my example doesn't really make sense because you can't block sound with curtain, but please just go with me. And so with that neighbor, they think everything is normal. They tell you whatever they want to tell you, you greet them, and they leave. So my point being is that sometimes in the 3D, we don't see what to expect and what's up ahead. And so sometimes we get stuck in wanting to celebrate the opportunity that we have now and to play now, rather than put ourselves in the unknown, not knowing if we are going to get what we want. But your guidance here is to make the right choice and take it slowly. You might not get what you want straight away, but by doing the right thing and taking it slowly, you will get in the future what you want. And you have the completion card here, which truly shows that through patience, you get everything that you want. My dear pile number 2, and although this is hard to hear, and I'm not sure how this how this is playing in your life, but I do see that it's affecting someone in your life, or some people, a group of people or something. So that's why it's not something that's just going to affect you, but it seems like it may be affecting other people, and that's why you want to take it slow and just let go and know that there is more to come. The High Priestess is here. There is more to come behind the veil, just so you know. But it's going to be revealed in due time. So let's see what happens if you do wait. I bet that's the question here in your case. What will happen? We do see it here. You'll get what you want with patience. Let's get more details on that. So you have the Page of Pentacles. Oh, these are actually 4 cards. You have the Knight of Cups. So many court cards here. This definitely involves people. You have the Devil card. Very interesting that this comes up. And Wow, ending the reading with the Sun card. Which really kind of takes me to the World card here, showing that you will truly get so much more than you imagine if you wait. But if you don't, which is on the other hand, on one hand, you wait, you get what you want. On the other, you might initially get what you want, but it's that energy that will truly keep you stuck, feeling guilty, feeling bad, and it's not going to roll down the way that you want. Knight of Cups shows us that in your future, you will be offered again what you want. But this time, you're taking it with like some sort of clean state, because the Page of Pentacles has this innocent energy. More to me in your reading would be righteous energy, like being offered what you want in the right way. Sorry about the sound. So yeah, Page of Pentacles shows a new page, a new beginning with a very beautiful offer with the Knight of Cups. Now finally the Knight of Cups appears. We had the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles. This is an offer that totally fulfills your heart. Speaking of swings, it's something that you will really enjoy and love. And so you want to get it in the right way and not get it instantly in the wrong ways, truly in the wrong way for you and for everyone, is what I'm really seeing here in your reading. And by waiting for the right way to do or to approach what you want, it will end up being very positive for you, my dear pile number 3. And that's why your whole reading is about making the right choice. So this confirms what we saw in the High Priestess, these two cards. They are falling right on top of the High Priestess. You may not be seeing it now, but there's more behind the veils that you have no idea about. Your story doesn't end there. And although it's very difficult to make the right choice, but there is more in your future, and it's coming in a much favorable way than you are imagining now. And you know, this happens so much in our lives. Sometimes we want something, we're so stubborn about it, and we're like, no, that's the best way it could be. And then later on, when we do get something amazing, we look back and we hit our forehead, like we do this face palm and go, oh my God, and I thought that this was the most amazing thing, but then getting this is so much better. And sometimes we want things, it's not the right time. Waiting for the right time, you say, oh my God, this is the best way I could have had what I wanted to have. This was the right time for it, because in the previously haven't taken this, for example, job offer. I wasn't ready with this certificate. I would have gotten a not so good offer. I would have lost this, I would have lost that. But coming in with these qualifications, I'm now able to prove myself better, yada, yada, yada. And so something here is happening in the right way at the right time. But for now, you're being guided to make the right choice. And remember, the swing is there. The rain can't take away the swing. So the energy and what you want is there, and you are going to have it. But you want to wait for that bad weather to pass, for the right circumstances and the right weather, and the opportunity will present itself to you. And my dear pile number 2, this is exactly what I see as the message that you are meant to hear right now. I truly hope you've enjoyed your reading, and if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. I do post readings nearly every single day, and your support would be much appreciated. Thank you so much for tuning in. I wish you the best of luck in this situation from my heart. My heart is with you, and I know that you are getting what you want in a much better way in your near future. Would you like some timing? Why don't we do that? Well, if you're still here, let's do some timing together. So when can you expect to get what you want if you do the right think. The Hanged Man and the Moon card. I'm sorry, my dear pile number 2. Both the Hanged Man and the Moon do suggest that you will have to wait and see how things roll out in your life. Perhaps this is definitely actually saying that there are so many surprises and upgrades and how things are going to work out that you just have to wait and see how it rolls out and plays out for you. This was your reading, my dear pile number 2, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Sending you a hug. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You were drawn to the beautiful white Howlite, and today we're taking a look, wow, we've got 3, at a message that is meant to reach you right now. And to do this reading, we are going to be picking one card, looks like 2 here as well, from each of these oracle decks. So the first one is an oracle, the second one is a rune deck, and the third one is a Lenormand deck. Okay, so let's see what you have in the last deck. Let's go one more time. There we go. Again, looks like you've got 2. Right, a lot of cards right off the bat. So let's start taking a look at them. I'll take this one as your significator. So you have the Crescent Waxing Fire Moon with Impulse. Okay. Let's keep it here. And we can keep these 2 here, meaning we can make use of the smaller cards in this area. Right, so you have Child, the Lenormand card, the Child. And you have Birds. You have Rooster as your oracle card. These will be the runes. You have Ansuz. And you have Algiz. This one is the Algiz rune. Okay, so your cards are Last Quarter Waning Air Moon with Challenge. And you have, interesting, the 21st Moon Mansion with Dual, ruled by the Mars and the Sun between Sagittarius and Capricorn. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot cards. So, what message is meant to reach you right now? Okay. So I'm just initially pulling out the ones that I really feel are sticking out and are meant to come out. All right, other than that, we'll keep your deck to the side and we can always pull some cards if we need to. So you have the 9 of Swords. You have the 7 of Wands. The 6 of Wands. You have the 4 of Swords. Okay. You also have the 5 of Wands. Definitely something going on here. There's no question about it. It seems like you're struggling, perhaps even with someone. You have the Hermit, and you do see the White Knight. That's all over your reading. You have the 9 of Pentacles. Wonderful card to see amidst all of this. And they are exactly the right number of cards. You have the 6 of Pentacles ending your reading. Oof, so what's going on here? My dear pile number 3. I do see you have that challenge with someone. And you have a great challenge with someone who's quite stubborn. Because here between Sagittarius and Capricorn, these are two strong characters. And you do see with Mars and the Sun, with two people who have so much power and they are going head to head against each other. You also see that there is absolute power where no one is surrendering at any cost. And so leading to some sort of impasse. And although you have impulse here, which we'll talk about, it also reminds me of the word impasse, like a great challenge between you and someone or some stubborn energy. And it's so powerful, your will, what you want, and that opposite power against you. You both are so equal in power that there's a clash causing some sort of impasse. And it's definitely communication, by the way, between you and someone, because you have here Ansus, which is communication, to put it in the most simplest form. And you have birds in Lenormand, which is a card of communication. One of its strong meanings is communication. So Algiz is power. So again, confirming that power struggle going on between you and someone here. And no one's backing down. No one. You're not backing down. This other person is not backing down. And to be honest with you, it looks like it's very childish because you have the child card. Perhaps this challenge is caused by naivety, like one or both of you don't know the exact understanding of what you may be arguing about, one member or both. And it could even be like something that's challenging and causing a lot of stress, when really in its nature it's not that serious if you think about it. Perhaps everyone in this situation is acting out of impulse and is acting out of emotion rather than really thinking about it. There's this, do they, like with the cockerel here, there's a lot of ego, there's a lot of loud noise, everyone wants their voice to be heard, and there is a troubling challenge going on here that's causing so much stress in your life. I mean, so clear in your reading. And I'm so sorry about that. I don't know what this situation is in your life, but it does seem like it's really causing you lack of rest and stress, not to mention a lot of worry as well. And it seems so childish, like it just doesn't want to stop. So what is your message? You want to continue to stand strong against these challenges, but at the same time, you're being guided to act strategically, because we do see chess pieces here. The white knight, and you have the red king, of course. And in chess, although the king is the one that's most at stake, it remains to be the one that takes the least steps, least part of the game. And as you can see, has to sit around there waiting to find out. Can you see your card? Waiting to find out how the battle went. So I do see this advice of both standing there strong, but at the same time acting strategically. And sometimes part of acting strategically is to not make any steps to aggravate things further. And while you're doing that, you want to be standing there strong. Standing there strong by picking your battles and also by making smart moves. So it's more of thinking about the next steps well, rather than acting impulsively and perhaps taking a reckless decision that you might regret later. In fact, I see with the Six of Pentacles the energy of acting just right. you know? Nothing less than what you're supposed to do, but nothing more than what you're supposed to do. Like, make the energy balanced by making sure you stand up for yourself very well and you have your foot firm on the ground on protecting yourself and setting your boundaries. But at the same time, don't take any extra steps that may aggravate the situation. And weirdly enough, amidst all this chaos, it seems like you have someone who's coming to save the situation, actually. Because you have the White Knight here who comes to save Alice from a difficult challenge. So, and we have the Nine of Pentacles. And I can see that you're quite happy with the results and with what happened. And we see with the Crow here, to me, it emphasizes the idea that there is spiritual help on the way. Like, it looks on the outside like there's an impasse and you really don't know what to do about this challenge. But at the same time, although it looks like that, there is actually help being sent that will come and save you from this very difficult situation. In fact, the White Knight comes and saves Alice from her difficulty. And it's right before, you know, she becomes queen. So here with the Hermit, we see the message that you might think that you are alone, but really you're not going to be left alone. I see perhaps your guides are right there, making sure that you're not left alone in this situation. And that's why you want to keep it just right. Standing there strong, setting your boundaries, but not aggravating it further. And you will see that you will have some help coming in, putting you in a stronger position. And that you will find out that you're not going to be left alone in this situation after all. Because at the end of the day, it does look like maybe you're dealing with someone who's acting quite childish. So consider a temporary situation with the Four of Swords. Remain calm within, keep your mind calm, and as much as possible, do know that your message is that you're not going to be left in this situation alone. There is help and you will be saved, putting you in a very strong position. But until then, be strategic, be smart, don't be impulsive, and think about things very well before you act, but do set strong boundaries until you see that there will in fact be help on the way. I think with a difficult situation like that, you might be wondering, when is help coming on the way? I do see an ace and a 4. Look at that. Could be 14. You know, I did say this and I mentioned this in another pile. On the 14th of October, there is, actually this might be the answer. On the 14th of October, there is a solar eclipse. And the full moon is in Scorpio. So yes, it makes sense actually that we get in today's reading that type of energy for sure. Because there's a lot of emotions coming out with the full moon in Scorpio. And so and also, I'm not sure if Venus has gone direct. I don't think so. I think it's still in retrograde. So you do see, you know, the energy of heightened emotions, especially between people. And so do note that by the 14th of October, during the solar eclipse, you might be getting that promised help on the way that will not only put you in a good position, but you will really feel like the situation has shifted completely and you're very happy where you're at, although it looks very difficult at the moment. Until then, keep your boundaries strong, but be very strategic in your moves. And my dear pile number 3, this was your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. I wish you the best of luck from my heart with regard to this situation. I know how hard it is to have a challenge with someone. I wish you the best of luck with that, but do know that help is on the way, my dear pile number 3. This was your reading. I wish you the best of luck in your situation. And if you've enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up. It does help the channel very much. And also, please don't forget to subscribe. I do post readings nearly every single day. And my dear pile number 3, thank you so much for tuning in. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi pile number 4, welcome to your reading. You were drawn to the beautiful Lapis Lazuli, and today we're taking a look at a message that is meant to reach you right now. And to do this reading, we'll be picking out a card from each of these decks. So these ones, one is an oracle deck, one is a rune deck, and one is a Lenormand deck. So let's see what we get for you today, my dear pile number 4. Right, so looks like you've got 2 Lenormand. Sorry, these are runes. 2 rune cards. Okay, let's put your deck right here. And we'll use this card as the significator. So you have the 19th moon mansion, which is ruled by the moon, Jupiter between Scorpio and Sagittarius. Something hit me in my mind when I was looking at Scorpio and Sagittarius. The word timing came in my mind. So maybe this is signifying something happening around this time between Scorpio and Sagittarius. Okay, the season of Scorpio and Sagittarius. All right, so let's check out the rest of your cards. You've got 2 rune cards. We can place them here. So you've got the Manaz rune. Very nice rune to have. And it kind of makes me understand this moon mansion more actually. And you have, so this is not part of the Elder Futhrak runes. It's like an expanded Anglo-Saxon. So I don't know these runes. It's called Gar. We'll read it together and find out more. You have Mantle. How about we put it here? Why? Because we want space for a tarot card here. That's why. You've got Mantle. And you've got Fox with the Lenormand card. All right. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. Will this fit? I think we should just like push it down a little bit and it should be fine. Okay, so my dear pile number 4, what message is meant to reach you right now? I feel this one, no, fine. What message, there we go, is meant to reach you right now? I feel this one as well. So we'll keep your tarot cards here, and if we want more, we can always pull. So you have the Knight of Wands. Whoa. There we go. We have the Knight of Wands. Look at that, very similar. You have the 5 of Wands. And the clouds are making me feel that there is speed. Yes, of course, we see speed with the Knight of Wands, but also within the 5 of Wands, there is also a notion of speed. You have the 2 of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the King of Swords, Temperance, and I heard in my mind right now, your path is about to take a swift turn, like things were going you know, yeah, exactly. Things were going like perhaps monotonous for you, or you can expect, you know, what's going to happen the next day. Things are like relatively going in the same manner for you every day. And then, whoo, something is about to take a steep turn, like a swift, steep turn for you. You have the 10 of Pentacles, and having that card right after I was saying that for you, this is going to be a blessed turn. Like, this is going to be something you will love. You have the Ace of Swords. It's almost presented to you very respectfully. The Four of Swords. You have the Knight of Swords. Yeah. And finally, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Wonderful. Whoa. So what's going on here, my dear pile number 4 for you? So yes, it looks like there is something changing, and especially with Manaz. Manaz is like the potential for change. So there is huge energy of potential going on at the moment, and it's an area of your life, just like the vase here. It's something that was in the background, like maybe it's in an area that you weren't really that focused on. Just like a vase in the entrance, you know, you love it, you appreciate it, but you enter your house every day and you forget it's there. So I'm getting the idea that it is something special, it's something that you love, but perhaps it has gone in the background due to the things you had to focus on in life, the things that were calling for your attention the most during the last months or years, who knows? And so there is new potential here that's making you take a steep path in your life. And because of that, it looks like due to that unexpected shift, you'll be focused on two things at the same time in this next phase of your life. And this new thing may be, at the beginning at least, feeling like it's opposing the path that you're already on, but you will soon find a lot of stability in keeping these two important things in your life. So let me give you an example of what I've been trying to blabber at, or rather say during the beginning, from the very beginning of your reading. So let's say, for example, what could be an energy that could be in our background? Like, let's say you are a stay-at-home parent, for example, and then comes this amazing business opportunity in your life. And you're like, oh my God, but how am I going to take care of my children and take care of the things that are important, near and dear to me? I've always wanted this opportunity. I left it in the background, but it's now here presenting itself to me. So what do I do now? And then you will find that, as we'll see in your reading, that these two energies that are important to you, you will be able to keep them up for sure. They are not against each other. They will actually be kind of supporting each other. And you will overcome and win over the initial difficulty that you will see at the beginning of this path. Another example could be, let's say you've always wanted to study something and you're working. So you just got accepted into this amazing scholarship that you cannot, bypass. And so now you'll find yourself to be working and at the same time studying for that certificate. And yes, it will be a bit challenging, where you have to take care of two important things in your life at the moment, but you will love it and you will be very grateful for it. And they're not gonna clash It's going to come in a very respectful way. And obviously you will overcome the initial challenge, but you will find yourself moving very quickly towards it. Another example could be you're traveling because your work needs you to travel a lot, but then in one of the countries you meet the love of your life and you're like, oh no. So initially that looks like it's clashing, but it's actually gonna come together. So I could think of many examples, but I do know that it's a general reading and it's gonna really differ for everyone watching. What I can tell you is that you are now on a path which will take a steep turn, and you will be introduced to something that you have been keeping on the side in the background, but something that you will love. And so initially, as you receive this blessing that you mind you, you've been waiting so long for it and always keeping it in the background. You're like, oh, I wish I can have that, but let's keep it in the background for now. Oh, I wish this would happen to me one day, but let's keep it in the background for now. And poop, it's appearing in your life. And it's like, there you go. There's this energy. Now, quickly match it into your life. So you're like, what am I going to do with this? What am I going to do with this amazing energy? And you are forced, because of it, to match it and make it fit into your life. And that's why you have all these pentacles on top of you with the 10 of Pentacles. It's like, it's a huge blessing. It's a great blessing. It's something you wouldn't change for the world. But initially, it's causing a lot of weight on you. And it's going to take some effort to pick yourself up and trying to make sure that not one of these energies wins over the other. And that you're able to make each one stable and strong. The Knight of Swords here suggests that this will be offered to you. I see it through the hand gesture of the Knight of Swords, and with the Knight of Swords I feel like it's coming in the form of communication. Someone respectfully, do you see that? Someone respectfully offering you something, and it's done with so much respect and so much honor and respect, that and not to mention it's something that you've wanted, that you will have no no other way but to accept this offer. No other choice but to accept this offer, because you have waited for it for a long time. It is something that speaks to your heart, because we see the 2 lovers and the Temperance. It is something that speaks to your heart. It is something that you want, and it's being presented to you with so much love that I believe you're gonna accept it, and it's gonna feel like a great blessing in your life. Now we do see the fox here. The fox in Lenormand is something that could be dishonest or manipulative. So there is energy that you want to be careful with, and the fox is looking backwards, which makes me want to check the Gar rune. Let's check it together. So I don't even know how to pronounce it. The Gar. There we go. So it says pronunciation Gar. Yeah. So Gar translates to spear and represents the duality in all things. It is the rune of the spear and is often seen as the central rune within all runes. It is the connector. Yeah, I think someone's going to connect you with something, or connect with you. It is the connector. The bridge between the ites and the bridge between the human and the divine. Sometimes Gar is beyond our own understanding. Unlike Perthro, which can represent the potential to uncover a mystery, Gar is the mystery which is not meant to be solved. Oh, wow. I need to reflect on that. Look at me trying to solve it. And it says the mystery that's not supposed to be solved. But no, I need more information here. What's going on in this area? And I even get a card that's not a tarot card. You see Pamela Coleman Smith looking at her tarot cards. I think there's something here that you will discover in due time. And you have the star. The Hermit is in the star cards. No. Let me reflect. I must be getting something out of this. Well, she's pointing at the Sun card, which tells me that don't worry, everything's gonna be okay. Right, so what's going on here though? It is gonna be okay, but we cannot deny that something is up here. Oh, I get it. Because these are the cards that were answering the question of this mystery. So your reading is saying the most important thing is don't go out looking. I see, because this is something that pertains to your heart. You really want this. Don't go down the rabbit hole of thinking, oh my God, when is this opportunity going to happen? How is it going to happen? Perhaps trying to find out through tarot cards. I really see your reading is telling you to chill and don't get attached to this news. Is it happening? Absolutely. Just take the message, go on with your life, and you will see that very soon something magnificent is beginning for you, and you will be getting this respectful communication. Until then, don't get attached to it and try to find out through divination, through anything, how this is going to happen, because it's a mystery that cannot be solved. Meaning that you're never going to find out how this is going to pop into your life. So just take the news, embrace it, keep it in your heart, and move on with your life until this communication spark begins for you. And do note that if you do get down the rabbit hole of trying to search for it, with the fox, this could be tricky energy. This could be, tricky energy. It's not that you're not going to have what you're supposed to have. You're absolutely going to. But you might be manipulating with the fox energy here, manipulating the energy around you, causing it to go even longer or making things harder than it should. So your advice here, and that's why it was so important to get this Gar rune, is to really just chill. And it's a star card. It's your hopes and dreams coming true. So until it does, really, the Hermit here is like giving the impression of being chill, happy, enjoying what you already have in life until it pops up into your life, which it will, my dear pile number 4, which makes me think I shouldn't really be going and asking for timing in regard to your pile. I should just leave it and respect the message that you're getting here, that do know that something is absolutely unexpected, is popping up in your life soon, and it's going to be magnificent. And you want to handle this energy with care, because in the beginning it might be challenging to bring these two powerful forces together, to let them coexist together, but you will be successful at making them both exist in your life, these two paths. Such an interesting reading, my dear pile number 4. So this was your message that is meant to reach you right now. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. I do post readings every single day. That type of support truly helps me out here, helps the channel out. Thank you so much for tuning in, my beautiful pile number 4. So happy for you. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.